All right, here we go, baby. It's the 1932 championship game. Again, a wrap-up of my league tournament for the 32 seasons using my simple charts. Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The real 1932 championship, the weather was so bad, they had to move the game indoors, and they played on a, I don't want to say a hockey rink, but they played indoor. It might have been a hockey rink, 80-yard field. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play this on a full 100-yard field. But pretty interesting trivia for the 1932. One of the reasons the 1932 season, obviously historically interesting, is this championship was played indoors in a small field. Because it was one of the worst blizzards, I believe, in history, or at least at that point. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how these teams got here. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Chicago had to fight off a nasty, determined Staten Island Stapletons. They were behind in this game, had to tie it up, and then they fell behind again, and then they found a way to win this 16-12. Chicago Bears were given a spook, a scare. The Chicago Cardinals went on to Green Bay, number 7 versus number 2, and Green Bay handled the Cardinals easily, 6-0. We did get a score on a 4-yard touchdown pass from McNally. It was from a 4-yard. It was a 4th down play. They failed the PAT, but that's all they needed to hold on and beat the Cardinals. We then had the Brooklyn and Portsmouth. Again, Portsmouth dominated this game. They scored their 7, Brooklyn 7, Portsmouth 19. Brooklyn got the touchdown on the very last play of 38-yard fumble recovery on a fumbled punt by Clark. Clark had a 70-yard punt return in this game. He also had 3 fumbles but lost one. Of course, it was the final fumble that was lost. But again, Portsmouth dominated that. Then we had New York and Boston. This ended up going into double overtime. Again, I'm playing a league tournament, my own rules, so I went ahead and they got to play sudden death, so I kept playing. In reality, I think a tie would have just gone on the record books and it would have been a part of the tiebreakers. But I don't know how in 32 they would have handled this. Maybe they would have stopped the game and had another game next week. I don't know. But the reality is here, we're going into sudden death overtime, and New York found a way to score in the second overtime and won this game 6-0. Boston just not getting the job done. Yet the funny thing is, Boston had three interceptions of McBride in this game. McBride put the ball up, I don't know, 7 times through 3 picks, something like that. Very, very bad. Boston had every opportunity to win that game. That means New York goes on to face Chicago Bears, and again, Chicago just destroys. And as if this wasn't a foregone conclusion, the Chicago defense, but Bronco Nagurski is a stud. Chicago can score from anywhere on the field, and that makes them a tough out. Chicago wins easily 14-0. Nagurski with 2 first-half rushing touchdowns. They made both PATs. McBride ended up throwing 3 more interceptions in this game. So McBride in 2 games, 6 interceptions. Technically shouldn't have been passing that much, but again, this was a tournament. You're here to win or go home. So they were going to pull out all the stops throwing the ball, and they just, unfortunately, McBride has got a lot of 25s, and that's all she wrote. And then we come to the game of the year in 1932 to this point. Portsmouth jumps out. They do not score an offensive touchdown. Portsmouth scores on a punt block return. So the Green Bay defense would have shut Portsmouth out if not for a blocked punt return by Kavasi. Portsmouth takes a 7-0 lead. It takes Green Bay 59 minutes to come back and score a touchdown, make the PAT. McNally 15-yard TD run. That tied it up, put it into overtime 1. Stalemate in overtime 1, and overtime 2, Hinkle punches it in after a blocked punt of their own. And they end up, Green Bay ends up in the championship with a 13-7 double overtime victory. So I had 2 double overtimes in this tournament. That is so cool. All right, here we go. And now we're looking at the Green Bay Packers. They have left end. Laverne Delwig is a receiver, left end. We have Carl Hubbard, left tackle. Mike Mikulski at left guard. We have Nate Behringer at center. Joe Zeller at right guard, and right tackle is Dick Stallman. The opposite end, right end, is Tom Nash. We have wingback Hank Bruder. We have Arnie Herber, Clark Hinkle, and Johnny Blood McNally in the backfield. These 4 guys are technically in the backfield behind that front 7, right? And they move around. Generally, Hinkle or Herber will take the snap. The wingbacks and tailbacks, Johnny Blood, can take a snap, etc. Solid. These same guys play defense, right? So everything I just read you, they're the same guys on the defense side of the ball. The kickoff duties, And the kick returning and kickoff duties, Clark Kinkle. The kicker is Harry Boyle. He'll kick extra points. And Ernie Harbor does all the punting duties. And it's a big deal because you're going to punt a lot in 1932. Get it out of your territory. All right, let's take a look at the Chicago Bears, who are, well, let's face it, they are, because of this offense, the best team. The defenses are both, in my opinion, pretty much equal. It's the fact that this team can score just about anywhere that makes them dangerous. The left end for these guys is Bill Hewitt. Left tackle is Tiny Ingebretson. Left guard is Zuck Carlson. Center is Uki Miller. Joe Kopka is the right guard, and Lloyd Burdick is the right tackle. The opposite end, the right end, is Luke Johnsos. Red Grange, Dick Nesbitt, Bronco Nagurski, and Keith Molesworth are our backs. And then, of course, we have kicking duties, punting duties done by Dick Nesbitt, kickoff and PAT duties done by Ingrid Bretson, and Keith Molesworth is our kick returner and punt returner. He had a big fumble in the first game that could have been deadly. Green Bay won the toss and is elected to kick off to Chicago, trying to get Chicago on their end of the field early. So here we go. They're going to kick off. And this is it, folks. This is the championship. Let's hope it is as good as these others have been. These other games have been amazing. 12 on the kickoff here is 31. The ball is going to be fielded at the 9 by Molesworth. And Molesworth has had a fumble or two, folks. So hang on to your pants. Here we go. 62 is 18. Great return. This is going to come out 20 yards. We'll take it at the 29. That's a nice return. And the Chicago fans here on their feet, as they can sense they're going to come away with a league championship trophy if they can beat the hated rivals of Green Bay. And it's no mean feat. All right, we got to start it off with the best back in football, Bronco Nagurski. 54, Bronco Nagurski lowers his head, carries the rock, cannot get back to the line, or cannot get any positive yards here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to Red Grange on a pitch to Grange. Nesbitt takes the direct snap and then pitches it out to Grange. 35, Grange tries to get the ball in hand, turn it upfield. He's going to get 3. 1, 2, 3, 3rd and 7. We're going to keep playing. We're going to go with Molesworth on a handoff up the gut. 12, Molesworth takes the rock and he gets hammered in the backfield, twisted around. It takes too long developing. They lose 3. They're going to have to punt. And Molesworth, excuse me, not Molesworth, it's Nesbitt. 33, Nesbitt with a kick of 21. It's not a surprise, so it goes 38, fair catch. 11, 21, 31, and 7. Ball is caught 30 at the 33. And so, just like that, Chicago Bears, it pays off. Green Bay kicks it down. They get a good return. So it's kind of a stalemate here. But Green Bay gets the ball sooner than later. Johnny Blood McNally is going to get the direct snap. He's going to lower his head and get tripped up in the backfield for a loss of 4. Man, it's ugly running here against these defenses. All right, Clark Hinkle is going to get the carry. 22. Hinkle gets blocks. 4. Can he get some yardage? 9. Very good. 6, 7, 8, 9. 3rd and 4, thanks to that big loss. 3rd and 4, Ernie Harbor is going to take the ball on a direct snap. Oh, it's Snake Eyes. He's going to rumble 17 yards. 12 and 5 is 17. Up to the 45 of Chicago. The fans here roar as they're seeing Green Bay start to move the rock. We're going to hand it off to Clark Hinkle. Hinkle gets 1 yard, 2nd and 9. We're going to pitch it out to Hank Bruder, the wingback. 21, he takes the pitch, turns it upfield, picks up 2 hard yards. It's 3rd and 7. And we're going to go ahead and run Clark Hinkle again up the gut. 36, Hinkle takes the rock. 25 gets nothing. 4th down. And they will coffin corner punt. 43 on the coffin corner punt is 26 minus 10, 10, so 13 yards and down. Holy cow. That is not unheard of, folks. They purposely would kick for the sidelines, and sometimes they don't get the aim right, and that's a bad punt. Well, it's a punt at least. 13 yards. The fans roar as their team back onto the field, or stays on the field. Remember, these guys really played both ways. And they're at the 29, right where they started the first drive of the game. All right, we're going to give it to Red Grange on a pitch. Grange fights for 1 yard, 2nd down. It's grueling. We're going to go ahead and give Nesbitt a carry. Nesbitt takes the rock. 21, he gets a yard, 3rd and 8. And we're going to go ahead and run Bronco Nagurski. 45, he gets the load, carries the rock for 3 hard yards, 1, 2, 3, but they're going to have to punt. And Nesbitt stays on, of course, to punt. 44 is 21. This is going to be a normal punt. 38 fair catch, almost the exact same results. 11, 21, 31, and 7 fair catch. They got the ball again at the 28-yard line. So far, folks, it is a straight stalemate in the first quarter. All right, Herbert's going to keep the ball on the direct snap. He gets nothing. He's going to keep the ball and run around the right end, trying to get around the edge. 12 is 20. He's going to get spun around and hammered for a loss of 3. 3rd down and 13. We're going to punt, adding 5 on a surprise punt. Oh, I rolled an 11-2. It's going to be huge. 54 plus 5. 59 yards. That's a huge play by Arnie Herbert. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 9. What a genius play. And they are caught really by surprise on 3rd down here. And Molesworth's going to scoop it up. Remember, this man fumbles the ball. 26. He scoops up that. 25. He's going to rumble for 5. So he gets enough room. He can wiggle out 5 yards. That punt was so deep. But they flipped the field completely to the 21. And the gun sounds to end the first quarter. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers in the 1932 NFL Championship game. We have a stalemate at the first. Start of the second, we're going to go ahead and hand it off to Nagurski. 53, Nagurski takes the rock, gets nowhere, 2nd down. We're going to hand it to Nagurski again. He's a threat. 12, he takes the rock and gets hammered to the backfield, twisted around, loses 3. 1, 2, 3. The blocks up front, not getting them out of those tangles. We're going to punt. Surprise punt. Where's my punter? Here he is. Nesbitt, 14. 14 is 21. Add 5 to this. 43 fair catch. 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 1. And it's a fair catch at the 39. So Green Bay won that exchange. They won that exchange. They gained quite a few yards on that exchange. So they're up to their own 39. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and run McNally. Bled McNally had the touchdown last week that got him into the overtime. Nowhere, 2nd down. We're going to run McNally again. I want to get this guy into the open field. 42-23. I don't think so. 1 yard, 3rd and 9. We're going to punt. Surprise punt by Ernie Harbour. 35. 35 is 23. Add 5 to this. 40 yards, and it can be returned 10, 20, 30, 40. And we want this because every time we change the ball, there's a chance of a punt, a fumble somehow, some way. 41 on the punt return is 23. 45 yards. Molesworth breaks the game open with a 45-yard return. 10, 20, 30, 45. The fans here in Chicago roar as that's the biggest play. Molesworth with a brilliant punt return. Green Bay drags him down, reeling. They are 35 yards from some type of pay dirt. Here we go. This is it. This is Chicago's final drive of the first half. We're going to go ahead and run Nagurski. 56. Nagurski lowers his head, gets a yard. 2nd and 9. We're going to, let me see here. What is our best passer? Our best passer. No, we're going to go ahead and run Nagurski again. 44, he's going to get great blocks. 16, he's going to get 9 in the first down. The fans roar. First down signal. They now know their odds of being the first team to score just went up. We're going to hand it off to Molesworth. The man that got him down here. 25 is 9. He's going to rumble for 2 yards. 1, 2, 2nd and 8. Okay, we're going to give Nesbitt a carry as he takes the direct snap and tries to work his way upfield between the center and the guard. He gets tackled for 1. 3rd down, we're going to go with Red Grange. We're going to pass the ball. So Molesworth is going to be rolling to the right, looking for Red Grange to clear. Oh, 66. Molesworth rolls to the right, pops up, and he is their QB. He actually has a QB rating of 4. He pops up, flips it to Red Grange, and Red Grange scrambles, scampers, 22 yards for touchdown. Molesworth with a TD pass. The fans roar as Chicago takes a 22-yard TD pass to the galloping ghost, folks. Red Grange, in his 8th or 9th year in the league, is too fast for these guys to stick with, and Molesworth throws the perfect pop pass into the flat. Grange dodging bad tackles into the end zone. 22 yards later, the extra point. This is huge, folks, in a game like this. You need this point because it's so difficult to get them. 41. The kick is 9. It's good. 7. The fans of Chicago now know their odds that they're going to find a way if this defense can hold. Kickoff. 45 is 11. Kickoff to the 11-yard line. Ooh, here we go. Kick returner. Chris Hinkle. 52-35. He's rumbling, folks. He goes 35 yards. Holy cow, up to the 46. And that's huge. The fans here in Chicago hate it, but they can't make the Packers wilt and die. The Packers are championship caliber team, folks. They aren't going to wilt and die. This is the final drive of the first half. And we're going to go with Clark Hinkle up the gut. 54. Hinkle goes for 22. 22 is 1 yard. Second down. We're going to roll with Blood McNally. Try to get him to the edge. 25. Blood takes the pitch. Picks up 4 yards. It's 3rd and 4. We got to go ahead and run. We're going to run Clark Hinkle. We got to get a first here. 53. 32. He's going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the end of the half, so we're going to go ahead and go for it. Arnie Herber is going to go ahead and pitch it out. No, he's going to let the direct snap go directly to Blood McNally. McNally's just going to charge right up the center's butt trying to get this first down. And let's see if he can do it. 56. No, he ends up pulled down right there. Green Bay, by the luxury of my possession rules, can call a timeout and take a play here. But they're not going to. They're going to let that die. Turnover on downs. And folks, Chicago at halftime up 7-0 thanks to Molesworth 22-yard pass to Red Grange on 3rd down and long. That was too perfect. All right, Green Bay gets the ball to start the second half in this championship game. 15 is 9. Punt's going to be at the our kick's going to be at the 7. Kick return by Hinkle is 16. 16 is 22. Uh-oh, this could be huge. 22 is 15 yards out to the 22. And the Packers need to get a drive going here, folks. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and run Hinkle. 33, great blocks up front. Hinkle lowers the lumber, and he gets 9, 2nd and 1. We're going to go ahead and run Hank Bruder. The wingback gets a rare handoff outside. The 53 is 32. He's going to rumble for 3 in the first. 1, 2, 3. And the fans here cheer on their Chicago Bears. They know this team is just 50. They're another 30 minutes from being champions. Here we go. Ernie Harber is going to keep the ball in a direct snap. He's going to run right up the gut. And for 3 yards, 1, 2, 3, 2nd and 7. Blood McNally going to get the ball on a pitch. Pitch to McNally, 24. He twists up, twists around, tries to run outside, ends up losing 4 yards. That is a killer. It's 3rd down. We're going to quick punt. Snake Eyes, another brilliant punt. Add 5 to this. 2. 54 plus 5 is 59 yards. 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 7. They're at the 8. We can let it bounce according to the outlaw rules, and we will. They let it bounce, and it dies in the end zone, so Chicago fans roar when that ball goes bouncing. A beautiful punt, unfortunately, hits and bounces too far into the end zone. All right, Red Grange is going to get the handoff. Red Grange goes 64-23. Red Grange is going to pick up 1 yard, 2nd down. We're going to run Red Grange again, the Galloping Ghost, up the gut. 22, he gets all the blocks he needs from Nagurski, Molesworth, and Nesbitt. 17, he's going to rumble for 7 yards. And it is 3rd down and 2? No, 3rd and 2. We're going to give Bronco Nagurski the ball. Can they get the first? 53. 26, nothing. Bronco can't get out of the backfield. 4th down. Chicago with a 7-point lead in the 3rd. Got a punt. 65. The punt. 65 goes 32, 32, normal punt, no modifiers, 42 yards, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40. Ernie Harber gets the rock, let's not fumble, 46, 25, 5-yard return. Now look where they're at, the 35. The big punt worked. Despite bouncing into the end zone, the big punt worked. All right, Green Bay takes over midway through the 3rd. We're going to go ahead and pass one. Ernie Harber for Delwig. Oh, beautiful pass. 44, he rolls to the right, waits for him to clear 10. He's going to catch it and rumble for 6 yards, 2nd and 4. We're going to go ahead and run Hank Bruder up the gut, trying to get the first down. 24 is 31. He's going to rumble for 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. It's got to be Blood McNally. Get the first, Blood. 24. He's going to go for... No, he loses 4 yards. Blood, what's up? 4th down. We have to punt. The fans in Chicago roar when they pull Blood McNally down in the backfield. 36. 26 is the punt. The punt goes 23 and it's downed. 10, 20, and 3. And the fans in Chicago now counting the minutes down, calculating in their eye what it's going to take to pull this out. Into the 3rd quarter, right here. Nesbitt with the carry. 54. Nesbitt goes nowhere. 2nd down. We're going to go ahead and go with Molesworth, who had the big return earlier. 63. 21. Nesbitt gets 1. 3rd down, they're going to quick punt. Nesbitt with a quick punt. 31 is 21. Add 5. 43 and a fair catch. 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 1. And the ball is caught at the 19. And that ends the quarter, folks, on a quick punt. It is 7-0 hometown Chicago in the NFL championship game as the 4th quarter gets underway. Green Bay with the ball. All right, Ernie Harbor's going to have to carry the rock. 16. He's going to get 1 yard, 2nd and 9. We're going to go ahead and run Clark Hinkle up the gut. 42. 42 is 20. 20 is going to get him 2 yards. 1, 2. 3rd down. We're going to have to go ahead and pass the ball. Ernie Harbor looking for Blood McNally. No, 35. He rolls to the right, fires it out. Incomplete. Over his head. 4th down. They don't have a choice. They got to punt. 45 is 28. The punt's going to go 26 and it's down. 3, 10, 20, and 3. Oh, and look where Chicago has the ball in the 4th quarter on this side of the 50. Fans know now that they're basically beginning to celebrate. They believe they've got this one. Bronco Nagurski up the gut. Nagurski lowers his head, picks up 2 yards. 1, 2. 2nd down and 8. We're going to run Nagurski again up the gut. He's going to get great blocks as he tears through for 9 and a 1st down. The fans roar. It looks like Chicago is going to win this championship, folks. We're going to go ahead and pitch it to Red Grange. 62. Grange gets the ball, skips out of bounds, gets 1 yard though as he runs toward the line, the yard markers. All right, Molesworth's going to get a carry up the gut. Direct snap to Molesworth. He is our quarterback / halfback. 64. 25. He goes nowhere. 3rd down. Molesworth's going to roll to the left again, looking for pass. He's going to throw this to a man who caught 19 balls, Luke Johnsos. So Molesworth to Johnsos. Touchdown! I don't believe it. Boxcars. Molesworth throws 2 TDs in the 1932 championship game. That was a 3rd and 8 play. And he throws a beautiful pass to Johnsos. This one goes 35 yards. So they have caught this amazing defense flat-footed, not expecting that. This one to Johnsos. Holy cow, the PAT here is huge. 35, and the fans are roaring. This game is all but done, folks. It's just a matter of finishing, letting the time tick off. 23 on the kick is good. He makes the PAT. And guess what? This has been the name of the game. Chicago has won a game 14-0 earlier. They won a game 16-12, and it looks like they may win this game 14-0. Wow, Green Bay's final possession, unless they get an onside kick. 21. 21 is 9. The ball's going to be fielded at the 7. Wow, what a game. 32. Here he is. Clark Hinkle, 32. He's going to bring this out. 34. He's going to cough it up, folks. 15 yards, and he fumbles it. 3, 10, and 12. The ball's loose. This could be the game right here. Recovered by D4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is Okie Miller. Okie Miller has no fumble recovery, but he scoops it up, and that's it. The crowd roars. They now know there's not enough time as Hinkle, kickoff return, fumble loss to Mookie, to Okie Miller. Wow, Hinkle. Okie Miller with a big fumble recovery. Chicago Bears take over right here. They must complete the drive, though. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and hand it off to Molesworth's going to keep it. 16. 16 is 24. He's going to get 1 yard, 2nd down. We're going to go ahead and hand it to Dick Nesbitt, 62. He goes for nothing, 3rd down. We're going to coffin corner punt, surprise coffin corner punt. So we're going to subtract just 5 from this punt as opposed to 10, as it's a surprise. Snake Eyes, 6. I think he booted it through. Yeah, it's going to go through the end zone, and they're going to get the ball right there. They're going to get 1 play from scrimmage, folks. This is it. This is all they can do. As we did a coffin corner punt, touchback. But they do get 1 play if they call a timeout. So timeout Green Bay. They can't win this anyway, but we're going to have some pride here. And I don't even think we can throw a touchdown. I don't think anybody we have can actually throw a 1 TD. No, this is basically over. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, Ernie Herbert is going to try to get Delwig here, the man who caught most... No, McNally caught more passes. So we're going to... In the championship, we're going to see if we can complete a pass. Oh, Snake Eyes, 2! 46 yards! 10, 20, 30, 45, and 6. It's too bad that game will end on that play. Wow. It's going to be time expires. A 46-yard pass to Blood McNally on the final play. The crowd probably holding their breath. However, they had the game won as Chicago in the 4th scored another touchdown. Green Bay shut out, folks. 14-0 championship victory. Chicago ends up 3-0 in the tournament, obviously. Green Bay finishes 2-1 in the tournament. Our champions, Chicago Bears, 1932 champs. What a game, folks. Thanks for watching. This will end my 1932 escapades. I will be moving on to different seasons or different games later. Thanks for watching all of these. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.